All right. What's up, everybody?
Welcome. Sorry for live.
We're a minute late because we had a seating.
A near-death experience.
Literal chair broke.
Sound booth.
That's what happens when you get into a brand new office. But here we are. Let's do it. All right.
Welcome. So we have here Eric.
We have Eric Parker, CEO, co-founder, Giddy.
Brendan Wanless, co-founder, chief of product.
Travis Tidball, marketing dude.
Let's do it. So we want to do something a little tiny bit different this time. At any point as we're talking about stuff, if you have a question or a comment, go ahead and raise your hand. We'll get you added as a speaker. And we just kind of realized that I think a lot of the questions, they're kind of context specific, and we want you guys definitely to, have the opportunity to ask a question at the right time. So if something comes up, you want to talk about it, raise your hand. We'll add you as a speaker, and let's do it. All right. So what's been going on in Giddy land?
Beta
has
been going great.
Beta testing has been going so good. Thank you a million times for everybody who is in the beta, who's testing it. Especially mega thanks for all the feedback that we've gotten. It is hard to understate how important it is to get feedback from real people, real users during beta testing. And you guys have been so good, super thorough. The discussions in Discord have been awesome. The feedback has been spot on with what we are trying to accomplish. So we just have to say thank you 100 million times. It is so important that we get this polished and right. And you guys are the audience, and a million more people just like you are going to be using this app. So
if you guys love it, there's a good chance the rest of the world will too.
Fact.
So keep putting those product requests, bug reports in Productific. Hit us up in Discord. Any way you want to get the info to us, we'll capture it. A lot of the features you guys have been suggesting, it's been fun to see that it's really validating because a lot of it is already on our roadmap and some of it in the very near term, and others have been great ideas that we're looking at adopting as well. So any and all feedback is welcome. Keep it up. It's been great.
So if you haven't seen Productific yet, it's this board where you can request the feature. You can vote on things that are already on there. It should be in our link tree, which our link tree is in our Insta and Twitter profile. You can also go to coinlaunch.giddy.co. Actually, that only has the beta sign up form, which we wanted to remind you guys about. Fill it out, share it. We're actually getting pretty close to our 20,000 download mark, which that's kind of when the competition heats up for the free NFT and some other like airdrops and stuff. So definitely go check out Productific. Go vote on some features. The next set of beta invites, we're tentatively setting that for the end of the month. So the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of the last week of this month. We're looking at adding graphs. So again, heard you loud and clear, and this has been on our roadmap since forever.
Right.
We want to know, and even us, like as Giddy employees, users of the app, I'm just like, how is it performing? Which one of these pools is responsible for my gains and losses? Like, we know it's super important. Us as crypto users really want it. So we're looking at getting that into the next version. We're also looking at a new onboarding experience. It's been tidied up and designed, and it's just gorgeous. Our designers are just, they're so good.
I kind of don't want to go into the full app because I just want to play around with the onboarding.
You want to see the onboarding again and again and again.
It's pretty awesome.
It's so rad. And then there's a couple of other things that we'll definitely spell out in the new version. One other thing we wanted to mention is that beta list and waitlist are different. So the waitlist number that you see in the app doesn't correspond to your number in the beta list if you have signed up for it.
Yeah.
Those are totally different things. We're basically going in order in the beta list for the order that in which you signed up, and with maybe some different considerations for certain groups, but we're pretty much going in order. But
the next cohort in particular, I mean, the last wave of invites as well, most of it was pulled from the beta sign up sheet, like Eric said, with some exceptions for specific people that we wanted to have in there for different reasons. So,
yep. Okay. So beta going super well. A million thank yous. Keep it up. We just love it. We'll be growing it for the rest of the year.
Keep inviting your friends, family to not only download the app, but also get on the beta. We still have a lot more people we want to bring into the beta. The next cohort will be even larger than the last one, and on and on. So bring them on in.
Yeah.
One question I want to throw out there. So I don't think somebody's raised their hand yet, but I've seen this come up in Discord a few times. So the TVL number in the staking pools in the beta as opposed to what you see on the staking Dapp? Those numbers are different. Is there any sort of education around that?
Yeah, and we're gonna update that pretty soon to make it a little more clear.
Yeah, right now in the mobile app, what you'll see is the balance is staked via the mobile app, right? So it's different from what you see in the Dapp. We're going to actually update those because in many of these pools, like the Curve pool, there's millions of dollars in that pool. So to give people a more realistic idea of how popular these pools are, we're probably going to start servicing the global TVL, not just what's been staked via the Giddy app, and that includes the Giddy pools as well. We'll update that. Again, it just gives a better impression of how popular these pools are. We don't want people to come away with the idea that just because we're early, the Curve pool only has like 30K in it and no one's in there. When in reality, there's like tens of millions of dollars in that pool.
And these are precisely the kinds of things that we want to hear about during the beta. If there's a number or something that doesn't kind of sort of jive or sort of make sense, that's perfect. We need to hear about that so that the next group of people who jump in, they have like the best experience possible. So definitely hear that. Have plans to get it updated, make it a little more clear, and keep those kinds of things coming because it really helps improve the whole thing. Okay, so let's get into some exciting stuff.
The spicy, juicy stuff.
The spicy, juicy stuff. Yeah, pretty. You ever heard of Coinbase? I think people probably heard of Coinbase.
I've heard of them.
They are remarkably good players in the space of self-custody, decentralized DeFi. Like they're making a lot of pushes in that direction. A lot of interesting plays. One of the things that they're starting to dip their toe and compete in is fiat on and off ramp into self-custodied accounts. So, and you may or may not have heard of this product, but we wanted to bring it to your attention. Coinbase is creating something called Coinbase Pay, and it is a fiat on ramp competing with like MoonPay, Ramp, Transact. The idea is that you can log in with your Coinbase account to Coinbase Pay. You can either purchase crypto or you can withdraw crypto you already own to a self-custody wallet.
Such as
the Giddy wallet. It is your Coinbase account. So they completely manage all the KYC. They take care of the transactions. They take care of all this kind of stuff. So what it looks and feels like is if you've ever used MoonPay or Ramp inside of another app or DeFi wallet, you know that you can buy crypto with a credit card. You can remove it or not remove it. You can withdraw it to your MetaMask or whatever, and get going to DeFi land. So this is the Coinbase product, the Coinbase Pay product. And some of you also may have heard that Coinbase is allowing withdrawals from your Coinbase account to Polygon. This whole Coinbase Pay product, the way it's taking shape is it's looking like another fiat on-ramp to a DeFi wallet, to a self-custody wallet that is completely your Coinbase account. So we're in contact with their team. We're talking to them about integrating. We're pretty early in their testing efforts, right? They're doing some beta testing, and we're definitely
we'll be one of the first ones to launch with this thing when they're ready with this product, and it's getting closer. They're making great progress. When it's ready to go, we will be right there, ready to have it right in the Giddy app. The experience is going to be phenomenal. You'll basically within the Giddy app be able to jump into your Coinbase account, pull in crypto very easily, very seamlessly right into the Giddy app.
So Coinbase has ballpark 90 million users internationally. We are excited to put this integration into our app because all of those people who already own crypto, who may or may not know how to get yield, they probably haven't taken the next steps. Actually, we know this for a fact. There's out of those 90 million people, there is only a handful,
a fraction of them,
fraction who are getting yield, and especially DeFi related yield. So how does this fit into our ecosystem? What exactly are we doing? We are absolutely still building our own fiat rails, our own native Giddy fiat product. It'll be on-ramp, off-ramp, ACH credit card. We want to make this experience as gorgeous, as beautiful as possible. And also, we want to meet people where they're at. So if you think about like Apple Pay or maybe PayPal and different payment methods, with online commerce, they're just options. If you happen to have money in one of these other payment methods, it's really convenient to use those. So we're thinking about this in terms of building our own native rails, where that's still a high priority, and also giving crypto users as many options as possible to jump into DeFi. So this is something that we're super excited about. It's something that Coinbase is developing, so we can't exactly put a timeline on it, other than to say we're in contact with their team and it's a high priority for us. So we're keeping a close eye on it. We'll definitely let you know as soon as there's something, a timeline and stuff like that. But we've been playing with it. Feels really good.
We have been playing with it, and what we've seen so far is incredible. We are extremely excited.
Absolutely. Super stoked about that. So keep your eyes and ears open for that one, because it's gonna be big.
Yeah, there's a couple things I feel like sort of stand out to me. Like I remember talking to a buddy of mine who I asked him, I was like, "Oh, well, do you have a crypto wallet?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've got Coinbase." I was like, well, "Wait, do you have the exchange or the wallet?" He's like, I mean, I've got Coinbase.
Right. And that's like 100 million people, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think there's two things that really stand out to me. One, it's just really cool to be able to work with Coinbase and to kind of, I don't know, just be one of the early ones testing out some of these early features that are going to fit into our app. And then two, just how much it really helps for those people that are new to DeFi or just new to crypto, really, from the get-go, but they know about Coinbase, they know about some of these other things, and it helps us to really kind of give them a more comfortable experience, especially if they've already got an account. So it's just so much easier to get in.
Yeah, absolutely. So wanted to let you guys know that little bit of a sneak peek ahead of time, because we're just super pumped about it. So high priority for us. We're going to keep a close eye on it. And all right, let's shift gears a little bit. Let's talk about some marketing stuff. Travis, what's been going on with you?
Yeah, let me happy to share kind of a quick update here. So, we've been talking to this group and kind of letting you guys know we're kind of tracking along the progress of the app and wanting to kind of ramp up more marketing efforts as we start to see more traction, kind of more sort of fit with people that they're ready to go. So we're just watching really closely the beta progress, and I'm super excited to say that it's been going really well. I think a lot of people have given feedback already that they're really surprised this is the state of the beta. I think hopefully that gives some indication of the caliber of the developers on staff and just the whole team that we have here. We have really high expectations for the product. So, that's been going really well. I think that we're going to continue monitoring and see what's happening on that front. A couple of quick updates, though. So one, we've been in touch with the Blockworks team. For those that don't know, Blockworks is a media outlet. They also put on Permissionless, which is probably the largest DeFi-specific conference that exists. And it was pretty interesting. So Permissionless was a huge success for us earlier this year. And in talking with them, they're expecting it to be way bigger next year. I think they planned around 5,000 attendees this year. They got something like 6,500 people that showed up in the middle of crypto winter, and they're banking and planning on around 20,000 people for their conference next year, almost a 4x growth.
Do we have a booth?
So, yeah, we're super stoked to say we've signed on. We're going to be at Permissionless in 2023. It's going to be in Austin next year. Not only do we have a booth, but we have double the booth space, and they've been so awesome to work with us that they're putting us right at the front. And in fact, actually, ironically, I think we're right next to Coinbase.
Yeah.
In this spot.
So how many DeLoreans are we going to bring?
That's the key,
How
right?
high can we stack them?
Four times the people, double the booth space. So I think that's eight DeLoreans tall.
Stacked on top of each other, yeah. Probably need 2 towers of DeLoreans.
I don't know. Now you're just getting crazy. So that's one quick update. Another cool thing with Blockworks too is that we're actually going to be working with them on a newsletter. For those that don't subscribe to the Blockworks newsletter, it's super good. Like,
it's so good.
I don't think I've ever planned in my life to say like, hey, go follow this newsletter.
It's one of the few things I actually read.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm excited for it to come out. Their writers are so spot on. Not only their takes, but it's super well written, easy to digest.
You'll learn a lot about crypto in a short amount of time. Subscribe to the Blockworks newsletter.
Seriously,
do yourself a favor.
It's pretty conversational, feels good, and so we've been talking with them, and they actually want to do a series. So we're contracted with them. There's going to be 3 weeks worth of content. Their writers are actually going to write content that's pretty specific to topics of our choosing, and in conjunction with that, we're going to sponsor those editions. So you'll see, the Giddy right on there. Download the mobile app. We'll have calls to action, Giddy logo, all that good stuff. So super excited. Blockworks have been totally legit, awesome to work with. And we're excited to do more with them.
And that newsletter goes out to a lot of people. So that's going to be really good coverage for Giddy. So
yep, that's exactly right. So those are a couple of updates that we've got going on in the marketing side. But in general, the more we see progress in the beta, the more you guys are giving us feedback and direction and insights, and the more we see that we're meeting the original purpose of Giddy, then the more opportunities that we see, okay, now it's time to start spinning this up, get more people onto it. So don't be surprised if you start seeing in the next, few months, we're going to start turning on some billboards again. We're looking at some additional video content, things like that you'll see probably coming down the pipeline, all subject to saying, hey, let's just make sure that we've got the fit for the product exactly right first.
One kind of fun thing that's been happening more and more is people coming into the Giddy ecosystem from outside of our network.
Yeah.
Like, I think we have a good network in Utah. There's some other states, obviously, where we know some people. But what's really exciting for us is to see someone who is completely outside of our network of people that we know, who finds us organically, who gets engaged. And we've had some people, a handful, actually a couple handfuls, get into the sign up for the beta in recent times, who are just kind of random. They're kind of outside our network completely. So that the fact that we're getting any amount of interest before we're not totally live yet, all the features aren't even done yet, we're in beta. It's really exciting for us because as we show what the value prop is to the users, download this thing and get that thing. As it continues to get tested by the community and we kick the tires and make it work, it's just been working. It's been really exciting for us to see our basic plan hasn't really need to change that much. It's make logging in easy, make swiping to stake easy, make fiat easy, and then brand it in this beautiful way and have the messaging be consumable. Like the core thesis that we had for this company hasn't really had to change. And it's both exciting and kind of strange because you just expect to have to rebuild things so many times that you have some totally brand new thing.
We just keep crawling and it just keeps working.
Crawl before you can walk.
Maybe Jerry Smith isn't the best role model, but in this specific case, I guess it's an apt comparison. So, and hopefully it's obvious to everyone who is in the beta, like what the vision is, what we're trying to accomplish. But it's been really exciting for us that there is a demand out there. There are people who are finding it, and the message, the product, the value proposition, it works. So that's when you start to see product market fit, right? We haven't even opened the floodgates yet, and this is still something that we're going to be testing as much as possible.
One thing I'm hearing a lot from friends and different connections is right now we're kind of still in this bear market, hopefully coming to the tail end of it. Things are looking a little bit up recently, but their coins have been chilling in their various wallets, and they're like, my coins are chilling. I don't want to sell them and take that loss. What can I be doing? And I talked to them about how they can be earning with that crypto in the meantime, and they love it. It's like a no-brainer, right? Might as well hold these coins, earn some other coin with them. And so I think as we start to get that message communicated more broadly, it's just going to click with people.
And that's why we're so excited about this partnerships such as defi and Coinbase, and like as many different collaborations as we can do. We have our work cut out for us to educate the masses on what DeFi even is. Why should you even care? Let alone, why should you start looking at different products to use and vetting them? So there's so much work to do that, like, the fact that we have any traction at all is really exciting.
Yep.
And the fact that our original plan and thesis works is really exciting, because the more that we reach out outside of our network, the more that we can kind of get people looking and get people testing and just kind of give them this really good user experience. The stickier it is, the more it gets shared. That's precisely why we're doing things like the rewards program, the referral program. NFTs play into that. Like, we have this whole system built out that we're actively, rapidly developing to bring people in, to give them a good user experience, to make it sticky and grow organically, as well as grow from our top tier expert marketing efforts. But anyway, just I guess it's a little bit of a peek inside of what we're looking at on the daily. Is how does this fit? What are people thinking about it? What's the user experience? We're constantly testing that, and we're constantly changing it for the better. So the fact that it's been going this well this early is it's extremely exciting for us. And honestly, we have you guys to thank for that in a very, very large portion. The feedback that we get is incredible. The testing that we get to do with you guys is incredible. So honestly, we're just stoked. We're just excited about what's going on. Excited about the next couple of months. We have big plans, and I don't know, things are just going really well.
Yeah, you mentioned traction. So I think we're almost at 20,000 in the wait list right now, which is pretty crazy, pretty awesome to see. And that's, prior to app even being launched, with only a couple hundred people in the beta in the last couple of weeks.
The 1-star reviews that we get, they say it's just the wait list.
That's right.
We're like, we know. Like, I know.
It is a wait list. You gotta wait.
It's a fair review. It doesn't do anything. So the fact that we have that many downloads on just the wait list is nuts. There's clearly demand.
Yeah, waiting's no fun at all. So with that in mind, there are a couple things for you to know. So you can definitely move up in your position in the wait list. The wait list, it's close to 20,000. We're going to be introducing 20,000 NFTs for the first 20,000 users that are in the app and KYC'd to a certain degree. I'm not going to kind of go into all those details right now, but it starts to get real when we're starting to take people off. So if you want to get up earlier in the wait list, the best way to do that is to share with your friends, get them into the app, get them going. Also, if you want to participate in the beta, just follow those links that Eric told you about before. You can find them on coinlaunch.giddy.co. On our socials, just click in Linktree and find the access to the beta request form. You'll just need to know your referral number, and you can post it right in there. And we'd be happy to reward you, by the way, with 1,000 free Giddy when you participate in the beta, because you're giving us real-time feedback. But if that's not interesting to you, then that's no problem. You can just hang out, get in the wait list. Just make sure to share with others so you can move up in your position and be among those first 20,000 to receive a Giddy NFT.
Cool. So if there are any questions before we wrap, definitely raise your hand or whatever in the space. We'll get added as a speaker. But I guess to sort of recap, thank you so much to all of our beta testers, and also we're looking at growing that list a lot before the end of the month.
Yep.
A couple hundred more people. We're super excited to have an opportunity to get Coinbase accounts linked up and being able to do a fiat on ramp directly into DeFi land. Very exciting prospects there. There's such a huge audience that we could potentially reach out to, and huge kudos for Coinbase too for being like a mover in the self-custody DeFi space.
Absolutely.
Ramping up marketing efforts. Super excited to keep spreading the message, and it takes time. The wheel of marketing moves slowly. There's a lot of brand building you have to do. There's a lot of content creation. You have to get the message out. You have to reach out to people and then recapture them. You have to, what is it, like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 times that you hear about a brand before you even consider engaging with them. So we're building that up.
So again, another recap for features coming up. Graphs are coming next. The next release, the next feature release, I should say, should have graphs in it. Should have a nice onboarding experience for those of you that will just be kind of moving through into the beta process. And then we have a lot of other features, kind of one-off things like the privacy toggle on your wallet page is ready to release. Some of you requested that. We're going to have, you can see the number of shares you've actually successfully had on the referral, on the program. What's it called? I'm blanking.
The rewards page?
Rewards page. Like, what did we call that thing? The rewards page. Thank you. And then also, if you're still on the wait list, we're going to surface that info as well. So you'll be able to kind of track how many of your friends have actually signed up and get somewhat of an expectation of what airdrops you can expect once that goes live. So lots of good features. You can look at Productific, and if you tap on one of the items, I'm moving them to like in progress if it's something we're working on, so you can kind of keep track of how your ideas and suggestions are coming along. So.
All right, good stuff. I didn't see any questions pop up, so I think we'll probably just wrap this one up. Thanks for joining. Definitely hit us up on our socials. Get in the Discord, get part of the conversation, and as always, just go ahead and giddy up, y'all. Okay, see you later.